But we in here. It's the Corner Store Podcast with your boy OMD-300. Yeah, I didn't really mean to do that. So let me get my mic set up and everything popping now. It's gonna be a wild one. Yeah. That was an accidental pre-start. Let me see if my camera's working. I can't tell. I think it is. All the way over here. Or either way, we in there. It's your boy OMD Dex300. This is the Corner Store Podcast, episode 62, if I'm not mistaken. Episode 62. God dang, it's been so many episodes, man. Golly, this is crazy. This is obviously a impromptu time that I'm doing my podcast. Actually, I think I need to pull this camera back. Y'all gonna take a ride with me, bro. Let me even tilt it a little bit. Just a tad. And I'm gonna take it back here because I don't see nobody on the live. As far as a live chat, let me see if I might have to tilt it down. It's a taste. There you go. All right, welcome. Once again, welcome to the Corner Store Podcast. I am your host, OMD Dex300. And welcome to the pod. A lot of crazy things going on in the world right now. Shout out to my last guest on the Corner Store Podcast, Mr. Darby, party promoter, just extraordinaire, bro. He got a function going on today that I'm going to probably go to downtown Los Angeles. And he was here with his beautiful wife, girlfriend, whatever you want to call her, his partner in crime, Miss Sinful. And thank you guys for coming to the podcast. It was appreciated. I got some good feedback from people about the show, as well as good content from you guys. Appreciate you guys. I couldn't ask for better guests that I've been having on the podcast. It is greatly appreciated. And I'm just continue to drive forward and do what I got to do. Like I said, this is episode 62. And I entitled this episode, The World We Know It Is Coming to an End. The world we know it is coming to an end. I don't mean there's a meteor coming or some shit like that. I don't even mean that anything devastating other than what's been happening in the world is happening and will continue to happen. So with that said, I'm going to get started with the show and what we're going to be talking about today. Such a sad state of affairs, some of the things that are going on in the world. And I'll tell you what I mean by that when I get to the actual news that I wanted to talk about. And the reason why I want to talk about it is because a lot of things are going on crazy. I have my notes here about some of the things I want to chat about as well. But actually, let me back up real quick. And I am going to shout out a partner to the show. I'm a marijuana smoker, as y'all can probably imagine from seeing my content before. You know what I'm saying? I'm smoking right now. Got my herb right now. Matter of fact, that's too short. I'm going to something a little, you know what I'm saying? Pause on the too short. When I'm going to something that's, you know, look like it's ready to go. And with that said, I want to shout out a magnificent, let me repeat that, a magnificent marijuana dispensary of epic proportions. This place is Herbal Pain Relief Center. That is HPRC. Let me say that again. Herbal Pain Relief Center, HPRC. This shop is amazing. It's a real nice place. They play some dope ass music. It's a lot of shops out there, man. Some of them are dusty, old, and raggedy. Some of them are real sophisticated and highfalutin. Well, I'll say HPRC is probably one of those places that's real highfalutin, but kind of got a little gutter feel to it because the people in there are real cool. You know what I'm saying? It's real cool. You know what I mean? And shout out to Thomas, the manager there. Great partnership to the owners, to all of the bud tenders there. Really attractive young ladies, models, some cool ass people that help us out. And they are partner to my podcast, and they also promote my pod and tell people to tune in, and they also tune in themselves. And I wanted to talk about a product that they got going on right now. One of many products that they have at HPRC. And this is the logo right here. If you can see, that is HPRC's logo, Herbal Pain Relief Center, as you can see right there. And this is called Gelato Royale. And it's 30.23% THC on that. Look at that. That is fire, as you can see. In this place, if you're in the valley, the San Fernando Valley, heading down the 405, you can jump off on Devonshire, make a right, go to Sepulveda, make a left, take Sepulveda to Chatsworth. That's Chatsworth and Sepulveda, right by the 118 freeway and Sepulveda Boulevard and Chatsworth. And HPRC is situated in the back of the parking lot where Del Taco is. There's a Del Taco right on the corner, and across the street, there's a 7-Eleven. Across the street on the other side is a Popeyes. You cannot miss the location. It's a small strip mall right on the corner, right next to the entrance of the eastbound entrance of the 118 on Sepulveda and Chatsworth. It's situated in the back, real tucked away. Pretty decent parking, very popular place. So parking can be a situation sometimes. So get there early. They usually open up at 9 in the morning. I think 10 a.m. on Sunday. Saturday, they got great deals. And as you can see, the product that I've been, given is absolutely amazing. I'm gonna be trying some of it out right now. Shout out HPRC. Shout out Thomas. Appreciate y'all. Now that we got that out the way, at least that particular part. Oh, one last thing. Shout out to Mr. Darby again from the last show, and also his girlfriend, wife, Sinful, and they're having an event today downtown LA. Go on Mr. Darby. Mr._Darby_promotions on IG, and you'll see all the banners of what's going on today for them. Lingerie and swimsuit battle royale with some beautiful exotic dancers. It should be off the chain from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. Shout out to them. Back to the stories at hand. And one of them that is absolutely tripping me the fuck out. The Hawaiian Islands, the Maui Hawaiian portion of the Hawaiian Islands is on fucking fire. There's been a wildfire raging now for the last few days that have killed quite a few people and stranded hundreds and thousands of others. People are trying to escape the Hawaiian Islands because of a wildfire. When have you ever heard of that? I defy. As a matter of fact, probably somebody go try to dig this up if I throw some money out there, but I'll throw it out there. I'll give you $20 if you find out, and I'll cash app you. I definitely will. I'll give you $20 if you can find out when this has ever happened on the Hawaiian Islands, where the whole fucking island just went up in blaze and killed a whole bunch of people. It just burned up neighborhoods. Whole neighborhoods. Killed several thousand people, stranded thousands others and hundreds of others. People are sleeping in rental cars on the floors of the airport. Children, adults, you name it, that wildfire is tearing up the Maui portion of the Hawaiian Islands. It's fucking crazy. I brought that up for a couple reasons. One, the earth is finally starting to kick back. The earth is finally starting to kick back in regards to us as human beings and the footprint we've left on this planet. I ain't trying to sound all intelligent. I guess when a brother get on here and he got his podcast called Corner Store, and you got Tupac and Michael Jordan and fucking Mandalorian in the background, you probably think this dude shouldn't be trying to talk about something so important and so profound and intelligent. Well, if you thinking that, I tell you to go kick rocks and kiss my ass, because I am. I live on this planet just like everybody else. And anybody who's rapping or fucking doing porn, I don't give a fuck what kind of entertainment you're doing that people don't see fit to be tight enough for you to have a fucking intelligent thought, can kiss my ass, because we all humans and we all on this fucking planet together. And if this shit starts to crack open like an egg and swallow all of us up because we fucking it up, I want to try to prevent that shit. Period. If you don't think the same way and you sitting up here worried about how your electric bill so high, you tripping. Fuck that bill. Pay them whatever you can. I'm gonna tell motherfuckers right now, and I don't care if the utility people hear me, you can eat a dick. Because it's been so fucking hot out here in the valley and this global warming shit, my fucking bill is like $200 some. You think they're getting all that fucking bill this month? I got the money. I ain't giving them all that money. Fuck them. They charging too much for power any goddamn way. And it's fucking hot as hell. You think when it get 1,000 degrees that the percentages at the power company would go down a taste. But no, it go up. Because they know usage is going to go up. So that means money going to get made. This world is wild. But what you expect from a country that's buy and sell? This country's actually bought and sold human beings. So fucking selling you electricity or some fucking pantyhose or some goddamn Hanes underwear, that's apropos. That's what this place is built on. TV is built on that. TV ain't really even entertainment. You watching 15 minutes of shows and about 35 minutes of fucking commercials. Just the truth. So why is selling shit or buying shit to be resold more important than keeping this earth from fucking swallowing us up? So billionaires that own products, Jeff Bezos of the world and all these people, even Elon Musk, he sells shit. What do you think? How do you think he got $1 billion? He just didn't say I'm a smart motherfucker and people just start sending him money. He sells shit to you. These are the people that have the power to tell us we need to do this now or shit gonna be fucked up in the future. Instead, they say buy more. That's all they tell you to do is buy more. And it's bullshit. The Hawaiian Islands are going up in fucking smoke, in blaze. One of the most beautiful fucking places in the world, beautiful, is actually going up in flames right now. Just like it was California or something. Imagine all that lush, green, beautiful island, just a big barren wasteland of nothing but burnt debris. It won't even be worth going there no more. And I believe it's probably too overpopulated and too tourist up in the first place, for the simple fact that people want to escape their fucking reality. So people have retired and moved to fucking Hawaii. It's an island, for God's sake, surrounded by water. It ain't like you can just leave there. Whatever's on that island, that's what you're entertained by. So people are like, fuck this, being in the regular world and being in the fucking country, in the United States. They decided to get the fuck out of here and move to Hawaii. And now the fucking island has gone up in flames and they've lost everything. Every fucking thing. I don't mean to laugh. When I do that laugh, that's a cynical ass laugh of like, what the fuck? That's the laugh that I'm making. I'm making the, what if that was me laugh? What if I had spent my last dollar? Or if I am a millionaire, what if you are a millionaire and you moved to Maui? Your motherfucking ass then lost everything. You might be insured and everything, but the inconvenience of watching your mansion or your island resort or compound go up in flames it just don't make no sense. Now, I'm gonna be real with you. I have no fucking clue how that fucking fire started. I didn't get a chance to really dig deep into it. Plus, I was watching news reports on it today. But it looks like because of heat or some lightning strike or something, the weather patterns have fucking changed because of this bullshit we put in the air. At one time, at any given time during the day, there are over 2 million aircraft flying around, maybe more, uncharted flights that we don't even know about. Aircraft just spewing that fucking toxic ass fumes from them jet fuel, and you know the military's blowing up shit, testing shit places. This shit is fucking up the atmosphere. That's why it's so fucking hot. And then they had a nerve to say because the winters lately have been some of the worst fucking winters in history. Blizzards that cover all the way from the tip of Maine all the way down to Florida. We're talking alligators being frozen in ponds down south, where it normally would be at least warm enough for them to exist. They sitting there frozen solid. Reptiles can't survive in that. I think there is some kind of catatonic state that a alligator can go into without going into shock from the cold. And that's how they survive. And sometimes they come back and revive themselves in the spring. But that's a whole nother ball of wax. We're fucking this place up. And pretty soon, all of the rappers and would-be actors and comedians like myself and podcasters, none of this shit gonna mean nothing when the world is on fire. It won't. You'll be throwing them cameras in the motherfucking ditch trying to find out where your zombie shelter gonna be. And yeah, by the time things cracking like that, you're gonna want a zombie shelter with a metal fence, metal bars on your windows, food for at least 10 to 15 years, and about 10, 15 guns. I'm telling you, this world is going to shit. And it's just like when you got people that can, 15 people just went into the YSL store, I think Santa Monica at the Promenade, and just robbed that motherfucker. What is the world coming to? Mass robberies. They used to, remember back in the day when niggas used to just do flash mobs and dance in the middle of nowhere, to put out a speaker and all these people all of a sudden just start dancing to fucking Taylor Swift or something. Now we got flash robberies where niggas just run into the fucking Louis Vuitton store and steal everything they can. This world is going to shit, man. And the weather ain't gonna help. So we got to do something. We got an ex-president, ex-motherfucking businessman who never was a businessman that has been indicted now 3 times, indicted 4 times, and maybe being possibility of getting indicted for a 5th time in Fulton County, Georgia, for election interference. And they still letting this nigga run with them indictments on him. The shit that's going on in America is unfucking precedented. Meaning it ain't never happened before. This shit crazy. Wake the fuck up and see what's going on around you. Smell the roses. I know you busy. I know you got bills. I know your kids be tripping. I know, but you got to wake up and see what's going on, because it's going to not only affect you, it's going to affect the young ones in the future and everything like that. And I know you get, and they trying to make your ass work so hard and have bills and everything, so you don't want to motherfucking take time or one breath to be able to handle your business. That's how this world is. It fucking sucks, man. Shout out, I see 3 people on the chat, man. I appreciate you even being here. That's love. That's love like a motherfucker. The type of shit that I deal with every day, to be able to come on this podcast, which, by the way, I'm happy to report I'm going to be doing 5 days a week now. Yes, I'm going to start doing this from Monday through Friday, and I'm going to start doing my podcast solo at 10 a.m. when I don't have a guest, and in the evening when I do have a guest, for the simple fact of the weather in the San Fernando Valley, as well as time permitting for the artist to make it to my studio, and also, come at a time in the evening when it's cooler and things of that nature. We may bump the time up a little closer to 6, 7 o'clock versus 8 or 9 in the winter months, because it's going to get colder, and it'll also, it'll be cooler in here to be able to do what we do. So with that said, that's just a wonderful thing. 5 days a week, Corner Store Podcast, 5 days a week, starting this Monday through Friday, 5 days a week. Hopefully, if something don't change, like I'll do a film or some shit like that, or maybe I know that the industry's on strike right now, but I'm a non-union actor, so I get a lot of work still on low budget projects that are being done around town and maybe sometime even out of town. So, and there's a lot of things going on. So look for that. 5 days a week, your boy. It's on, man. I got the right equipment now. This shit is growing like a motherfucking weed. Let's get it. 2100, I should say. YouTube subscribers, thank you guys. God bless y'all for tagging in with your boy, tapping in, I should say, with your boy, and staying on in there with me. Let's move on to the next subject, which is a segue from the Hawaiian Island situation all the way to how race relations and also just citizens versus citizens, no matter what color they are, is going on in the U.S. right now. Recently, we just had a big brawl. It's a good one too. That video is streaming everywhere. The video is fucking viral. People are making fucking memes to it. People are making other videos, reenactments to this shit. The Montgomery, Alabama riverboat dock brawl between blacks and whites. And from what I can gather, it all started when a security guard or someone who does security, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm wrong and you know more, you can tell me that on the chat or, tell me in the comments. And by the way, while I'm saying that, please share my podcast to all your friends, share it, put it up, tell them to like, also subscribe and leave comments on all of my content that I've done so far. We're at episode 62 as of today. It's just been a blessing, like I said. And please like, subscribe. It helps my algorithm. It helps my algorithm. And YouTube will be like, this nigga's trying to do his thing, and they'll help me out. Your boy trying to monetize his life. You dig? So do that for me. Let me take a swig of this water. Mouth getting dry as fuck. Pause. So basically, the security guard was handling his business, trying to instruct these white patrons on some shit. Well, I guess they didn't take too kindly to a black man saying something to him. This is the world we live in too, by the way. They've been very much inflamed into thinking they can just run up and tell us what they're going to do and Karen and ken their way into a situation. They got what they deserved. When they attacked this lone brother, they didn't realize there was a shitload of other blacks there, or the blacks that were there, they didn't think they was going to help out. Guaranteed. I said this, and there's a small YouTube short that I created, which got a little traction about black people being very passive these last 600 years, to be honest with you. But these last few years, after this Trump presidency, we've been noticing certain Caucasians have been very emboldened to run up on us and trip out at restaurants and complain and call people all kind of names and telling them where they need to go back to and all kind of old bullshit. The fuck? We getting tired of that shit. So much so that we've been getting killed by cops anyway. We might as well go head on and do a motherfucking battle royale, which exactly is what happened at that boat dock. And I commend, let me say this again, I don't commend violence or advocate for that one iota. But being a brother and growing up in South Central LA, actually being born in Montgomery, Alabama, where this happened, but raised out here, one thing about this city, if you don't know how to get down, you're going to get fucked up on the daily. So you got to fight somebody, and that does hone your skills, and you become very proficient at putting hands on people here. You got to learn that. You ain't going to win every battle, but you sure going to be in all of them. Meaning that you may lose one or two, you might even lose a few, but during the fight, the nigga you fighting knew you was there. Type shit in Cali, unless you just a scary nigga and just getting pumped every day. But one thing them brothers down there was scared or fearful. And they seem to be tired of this shit happening to blacks. They saw that man. Not only did the security guard whoop on 3 guys as it jumped off, not only did he whoop on 3 guys as it jumped off, let me repeat that. The brothers that was up top of the dock who heard the commotion and saw what was going on came down there and jumped in there too, grabbing chairs and everything. There's an infamous chair whooping of somebody, of a white gentleman by a brother, that has become a meme all over the place. Is it a terrible look that all, Americans, whatever color they are sitting there fighting on a dock and just going crazy? You goddamn right it is. But them white people initiated that shit because they don't want to take and follow directions from someone they deem unworthy to give them said directions. And I guess they fucking thought they was gonna trip out on dude and get away with it and walk off and go have a little boating day and drink some beers. Well, nigga, you gonna learn today. From what I understand about my people from every corner of this punk buck country, ain't no bitches around here. Black people ain't soft, not at all. We can't afford to be soft. So if you motherfuckers has been sitting up in middle America on your Nordic track or your fucking life cycle in your bedroom, thinking you just gonna run up on the lowliest black person. See, that's what your problem is. You think because you running and going to 24-hour fitness and you got some fucking what's the name of it? Some office muscles. You can fucking go out there and just run up on a homeless guy. See, they be thinking these people because they dirty and nappy hair. And I'm not talking about the Alabama brawl situation. I'm just talking about in general. I've seen this happen. I've seen some white dude messing with a homeless black dude. Black dude was homeless, dirty, skinny. He had no drawers on. He had pants on. But he was skinny, but he was wiry, muscular. You've seen them kind of guys out there, nappy hair, thick ass beard, all nappy. The dude just was fucking with the damn dude. What did that nigga do? And old boy was bigger. The white dude was bigger than the brother. That damn homeless nigga beat that nigga ass. Yeah, he whooped shit out that white boy. You know why? Because the white boy thought he could just do what he wanted, say what he wanted to him. Dude wasn't in his right mind neither, which didn't help, the white boy's cause, because he just assumed because he was a little off that he wouldn't know. That nigga beat your shit out you. And you should have left his ass alone trying to be racist to this man. That's what you get. Karma's a motherfucker. So the only reason I brought that up is to say even the dirtiest and the wackest of us out there still can handle our business and beat your ass. Is there some black guys out there can't fight and get their ass tarred and feathered out there? You goddamn right it is. That's in every culture. But per capita, if you don't know what that means, go look it up. But per capita, black people in general, percentage is pretty high when it comes to defending ourselves. That's just facts. We ain't scared of jail cells, even though we hate them. We hate them. Y'all done put us in there so much that we'll get there. We'll be frustrated, but guess what? Niggas will adjust. We'll figure it out. We'll hate it. Like going to jail is like taking a gallon of castor oil. But motherfuckers will go ahead and drink that shit, though. If they forced to, ain't shit else you could do. You know, if you fucked up when you went to jail, you fucked up because that shit is horrible, especially in California, anywhere for that matter. I heard Rikers Island make the LA County jail seem like fucking Candyland. So I definitely don't want to know nothing about no Rikers or Cook County Jail, Chicago. Either way, it seems to me that I've said this on my previous pods. If you don't believe me, my content's there. You can go back to any of them and hear what I said in regards to there being some kind of a race victim thing. That's the poorest choice of words I've ever used in my life. Not victim thing. It's gonna be like a race war. I hate to use that word because it sounds like everybody and their mama just gonna come out their house and start fighting. No, there's gonna be pockets of small battles like this that are gonna happen in the next few years until finally the government gonna step in and say, look, we can't be having all this bullshit with the race stuff. And they're gonna try to figure out some kind of way or do a concert, Live Aid with Whoopi Goldberg, somebody to stop the shit that's finna be going down in a minute. Because look, we're not finna be just passive no more, man, and letting the cops kill us and all. We can't do it. It just don't make no sense for us to let y'all do that to us. So it's gonna continue to rise. If you continue to bullshit and do that shit that happened at that dock, more and more fights gonna pop off, and it ain't gonna bode well for nobody. We only make 17% up of this population. I can guarantee you, them 17% ready to whoop ass and take names. I'm telling you. Don't make it a situation where people are so desperate they don't mind, or are they ready? They'll be ready to die. Because if you get folks like that, you get folks to tripping like that, you're gonna have a bad day. Don't do it. Don't do it. Leave us the fuck alone. Help us get along. Help us. That's what the country needs to be doing. The country needs to be trying to make us all prosperous so we ain't got shit to be mad about. There will always be stuff you're going to be frustrated, disappointed about. But if we could take care of poverty to where at least people got enough to handle their business, shit, this country would be great. Ain't nothing ever going to be perfect, but we can make it damn near if we want to. There'll always be something we got to correct, but we can make this shit tight. You ain't got to like blacks. You ain't got to like black people. You ain't got to want to live by us, nothing, but you can respect us. Just like we respect y'all. I can guarantee you, social experiment, if a white person is stranded or fucked up somewhere and they walk up to a group of blacks at a picnic or a barbecue and they say, I need I need some help, something happened, whoop, whoop. I fucking guarantee you that the black people will help that white person. But if those roles were reversed, and I'm not saying this shit would happen all the time, but 9 times out of 10, they wouldn't help us. And I know there's white people out there that'll rebut this. Well, if that's the case, and you're among the chosen few. And we commend you for that. If what you're saying is truly how you feel and you would help anyone, regardless of their skin color. Well, what I see, and I hate to say this, I have a lot of white friends, quite a few. You can't help but. As much as they cool as they are, or even some said they'd take a bullet for me. I mean, that remains to be seen. But because of our history with you guys, I can't trust y'all as far as I can throw you. And that's just pure, simple facts. I hate to be so cold and callous and real with it, but, it's always going to be the air of if they really down with me because of the difference in skin. You guys caused that, not me. That's the only reason I've seen how y'all do or that, other whites have done. You know what I'm saying? And I can only do and feel the way I feel from what I've seen and experienced. So that's how that be. But yeah, as far as the Alabama brawl, all it's doing is showing us another side of this country as it grows into a negative light. Let's get off that and go on to this next thing. This is a crazy thing that happened outside of the U.S. This is international news in regards to the country of Ecuador. The country of Ecuador, for those who don't know where that is, it's in South America, and one of its closest states, neighboring countries, is Colombia. And you know what the fuck came out of Colombia. And it comes out of there to this day. It gets imported here. But in this latest news, in the country of Ecuador, presidential candidate, who I did not get his name, was assassinated yesterday or today. Just like, it looked like the fucking John Hinckley, Ronald Reagan assassination attempt. But this cat actually killed dude. And it has come to light that it is cartels that have now popped up in the country of Ecuador, or a crime syndicate that has also been linked to the country of Colombia, which is all of a sudden through Ecuador, there's been drugs, human trade. This is what the BBC was where I got this report from, British Broadcasting Council, or whatever it is. And they reported that Colombia has been importing guns. Sorry about that. If you heard that, that was a low-flying ass helicopter. We're inside the Corner Store Podcast studio. I do happen to have my door open just to get some air in here because it's quite cool in San Fernando Valley today, which has been a real blessing. So I apologize for the fucking rescue helicopter. It sounded like the nigga was finna try to get me out the water up in Alaska or some shit. Like the National Guard, not the National Guard, the Coast Guard was coming for a nigga. That shit was so low. But anyway, the Ecuadorian presidential candidate who's running against, you know what, that's making me assume that the presidential candidate he's running against is got ties with the cartels or some kind of crime syndicate, because his opponents are, you know, getting killed. People who's trying to get the Ecuadorian presidency are being targeted for death, especially if they're liberal. From what I understand, the guy is relatively conservative, which is, you know, pretty weird. But yeah, you know, presidential candidate down in Ecuador was murdered, you know, on the campaign trail. They killed him as he was entering his transportation vehicle. That's pretty crazy. I just got that hot off the wire this morning. And all that does is goes to show you we living in some real dark times. I was talking to my new I want to say my girlfriend, but we're working on things. She's a wonderful young lady. Just cute, one of the prettiest smiles in America. And very shout out to Sonia. And we were talking about how dark the world has gotten. It's always been dark. The funny thing about it, the internet has brought to light a lot of shit that's going on in the world that we probably never would have knew about, or places, things, animals that we would never knew about. Science it's come to light that UFOs are fucking real. Now they've admitted it. After all this fucking time, they've admitted that UFOs are real. And there's some type of extraterrestrial life that's been visiting this planet. That has absolutely been, it's been professed in front of Congress now. All the videos have been legitimately tagged as real and authentic. These fucking craft or whatever they are fucking speeding off at fucking speeds that are fucking unparalleled, making turns, doing some shit like this. You know how a plane has to do a loop and, you know, it goes like that. This shit going like this. Zip, 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 zing, zippo kind of shit. At Mach 17. That's fast as fuck type shit. So the world has changed quite a bit. There's a lot of things being opening up and being exposed to us that we didn't think could even be possible. But yet and still, we're very prehistoric in our thinking, very Neanderthal in our living and the way we do what we do. When in regards to the environment, when in regards to dealing with each other as people, we're very, very just guttural and barbaric as fuck toward each other. And that goes, black people, I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. A lot of my people, especially our young people, you motherfuckers is tripping, man. If there's a black dude out there that's in a gang and he's looking to kill another black person, I hope, and I'm sorry to say this, I don't want to wish nothing bad on nobody, but I'm actually going to say something almost in that regard. If you wishing another death on somebody else, I don't care if they did kill your people, God gonna handle them. There ain't nothing you can do to them other than murder them too, that he won't do 1,000 times more. There is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fucking punishment waiting for people in the afterlife. There just is. You may not believe this, you may not care because you're in your feelings, or somebody in the past, or you trying to get some stripes or whatever. There's no fucking reason another black person should be killing another black person on this fucking soil, period. I don't care if we went to France and you found that your enemigo in France and you killed him. All the rappers that have died in the last 5 years shouldn't be dead. Their attitudes before they were killed that got them killed shouldn't have happened. Young Dolph shouldn't have been gunned down. Offset shouldn't have been killed outside of a fucking venue. Tupac Shakur behind me right here over my head. They investigating this man's murder to this day, 30 years later. Shouldn't be dead. We need to start loving each other. I know it's hard. I know it's hard for you to care about another face that's got the same color as you. You've been programmed to fucking hate yourself. So when you see another nigga look like you or have that same color as you, you hate him automatically. We're a self-deprecating race of people because we've been trained and taught to be that way, even by our own family. I was born in Montgomery, Alabama. I don't know nothing about not getting no whooping when I did something wrong. Time out was unfucking heard of. Even though things have changed in that regard and parents are scared to beat their kids like they used to, our children are still being taught to be complete and utter fucking pieces of shit. Not majorly by the parents in the home, but when your kids go outside, you got so much fucking piece of shit ass influences attacking your children, they turn into fucking putty. Don't have enough gelatin, ain't got enough backbone to even do what they need to do for themselves, and they blame everybody else outside of themselves for them not doing what they do. I did it too. I have problems with some of the things my parents may have done and they had their lack of, but still, you the one got to get on the toilet and actually take the shit. It's up to you. So I may have learned this late in life because I was completely and utterly toolless, didn't have no tools to go out here and compete when I was coming of age in the 90s and late 80s and early 90s. I didn't have a chance because I wasn't prepared. I was ill prepared. You know, most of the people that were supposed to be helping me was too big talking about I don't even want to get into that. But they'll have you believe that I'm trying to move blame for whatever happened to me in my life to this point where it's been a whole hell of a lot better. But it takes you getting to my age, if you can survive this fucking world and get to my age, to realize and be wise enough to know what really matters. And that's when you start doing better in your life. But when you're young, everything in especially the kids I've been talking to lately, they feel defeated as fuck, but never was doing nothing for themselves early on. And what they're doing now ain't too much different. They may think so, but it's not. If you're not spending every way, shout out to this young man, this musician. His name is Sauce the Wave. Shout out to him for a couple of reasons. I'll tell you why. Bro ain't got no car, but he got some decent music out there. It's all on Spotify and all these different streaming, and he's very talented. Strangely enough, it always works that way. The most talented people don't be having a goddamn thing until one day somebody find out they worth a fuck. But I'll give him all the props in the world. You catch the bus from Los Angeles, West LA, all the way to the Valley to pick up tickets you have to sell for a show that you're in. That's the kind of get up and go I want to be around. Or I want to celebrate, I should say. Because if you get told, okay, you're going to be in the show, but you got to come out here and pick these tickets up from me, and you're like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And you don't want to do that shit. Or you be like, oh, I ain't got no ride, or I ain't got this, or I ain't got that, or oh man, can I do this? Or you start calling motherfuckers, get your ass up, get some tokens and go yourself. Call the Metro and find out what bus to take you there. That's what I used to do. Can't be sitting up waiting on nobody. And when the nobody people can help you, when you ain't waiting on nobody, then you accept their help and you move on. You be like, well, thank you. That's like gravy. Oh, you can give me a ride? I appreciate that. You ain't even asked for a ride. You telling people where you've been about to go and what you about to do. You got to catch the bus all the way to the Valley? Well, I ain't doing nothing, nigga. Sometimes people hear you doing that shit and they're like, nigga, I'll take you out there. Where is it? Woodland Hills? Because people like it when you're trying to do shit for yourself. Instead of coming to them first and be like, oh, can I get a ride? Can I do this? Can I do that? Fuck out of here. Do for yourself. Do for yourself. Find out what you love to do and stick with that shit. Take all the shitty jobs you can while you're fucking honing your skills on what you really like. I can't stress this shit no more than this. Because that's just facts, what I'm talking about. People could sit there and deny it and make up all these excuses and say, well, I need to do this, and people need to do this, and I go to fuck that. It's on you. It's on you. It's on you. You can't hide from it, can't run from it. Period, point blank. And if you think you can, you're wrong. Everybody in this fucking world has to stand up and take responsibility for how shit going in your life. If it's been fucked up, if your parents fucked you over, you got handed a raw deal, too bad, so sad. If you want to end up on one of these boulevards in a tent, sweeping in front of that motherfucker like you got an address, go on right ahead, because that's what's going to happen if you give the fuck up. Period. That's some food for the day right there. That is some food for the day right there. You better believe it. Niggas ain't playing around here. We real. Shit, we trying to get this shit cracking. So with that said, I'm going to finish off with a little sports. The sports, the NFL is about to start up. Tonight is the first of few preseason games. The Houston Texans are playing this evening against the New England Patriots in preseason, as well as a couple other games, and I think maybe another rookie quarterback might be playing. I mentioned Texans because their rookie quarterback, their number one pick, C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State, will be playing tonight, making his debut, as well as this weekend, Bryce Young, the number one pick from Alabama for the Carolina Panthers, that will be playing as well this weekend. So you're going to be seeing Bijan Robinson, the number one running back out of college from Texas, will be playing, I think, as well this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. All of these guys are signed. They're in camp, and camp is going on. And other big news as far as quarterbacks are concerned, Aaron Rodgers from the Green Bay Packers is now a New York Jet, and he will be starting at quarterback. Saw the first episode of on HBO, Hard Knocks. They're following the Jets. It was a really good episode. Got a chance to really see how much they admire Aaron Rodgers there, that he's there now. They're very much happy. He did some amazing shit in practice, throwing some real crazy ass passes from different angles. They got those guys from the Jets real excited. So I'm looking for them to do pretty well. But the rumor has it this morning he's pissed off because in practice he's been getting his ass kicked by this fucking offensive line that's supposedly not that good. So I don't know. We'll see how that's going to turn out for Aaron Rodgers. They did pretty well in the run last year, but their quarterback play was horrible. So we'll see. But the NFL is about to start. First game is September 11th, if I'm not mistaken. If I may be wrong about that, but check your local listings as well. And yo, this is a crazy, crazy shit, man. The summer's almost over, which is a trip to me. You would think you'd have more time to do certain shit, man. But like I said, when you look up, next thing you know, it's already fucking December. You know what I'm saying? So we just keep plugging away. Keep plugging away. Whatever you're doing, keep plugging away. And my mission to let everybody know about what's going on out there, some of the things that's popping, sports, entertainment. Oh yeah, I wear this and I keep forgetting to tell y'all. This right here is a episodic TV show that I'm going to be in. I'm playing a character named Lenny in this, and he's a record label owner. The show is called Barely, and this young lady is the main character in the show. As you can see, my name Lenny. This is the card I had when I was on set, and very important that I continue to let y'all know that I'm doing a lot of different things. This podcast is very important to me and something I'm going to continue to do, but I do acting. I'm a comedian, stand-up coming soon. I may be working at Ha Ha Club, also north end of Hollywood on Yucca. I'll be letting y'all know. Shout out to DeAndre Adams and the cat named React. They will be here on Tuesday night, 8 p.m. for the Corner Store podcast. They're going to be talking about a music video that they got going, as well as some movie things that they're going, as well as Big DeAndre Adams, Archangel's Bodyguard Service. This cat will be on. You can find out about him, as well as being able to contact him to use for bodyguards for events and all types of festivals and things like that. Man, it's your boy OMD-300. This is the Corner Store podcast. I love y'all. God bless y'all. Stay up. We'll catch you next time. Next week, starting Monday, 5 days a week. You heard what I said. Monday through Friday, Corner Store podcast coming to you live every day. Every day. It's your boy OMD. Peace.